Well, this presentation is actually a customization of a presentation that I delivered at Harvard University.
Esta es una presentación adaptada de algo que yo presenté en la Universidad de Harvard.
Okay, and actually my companion was Jim Baker, the former Secretary of State of the United States.
Y mi compañero era Jim Baker, que era anteriormente secretario de Estado de los Estados Unidos.
Okay, and it talks about success.
Y habla del éxito.
So today you're going to become successful.
Hoy ustedes se van a convertir en personas exitosas.
During my presentation, I will be asking questions. The more questions you respond, the more kisses you get.
Le voy a hacer muchas preguntas y mientras que contesta muchas preguntas, le vamos a dar más, van a recibir muchos besos ustedes.
Okay, let's start. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, where I came from, and why is a fascination with Sonia Clayton.
Acerca de mí voy a hablar un poco de quién es Sonia Clayton.
Okay, I was born in Colombia.
Yo nací en Colombia.
During the narco-guerrilla movement.
Durante cuando había muchos problemas de narcotráfico y con la guerrilla.
In that moment, the Colombian narco-guerrillas associated with the socialist movement.
En esta época los narcoguerrilleros estaban afiliados mucho con el movimiento socialista.
And it was one of the most violent chapters of history in Latin America.
Era un capítulo con mucha violencia en la historia del mundo.
And I remember seeing a lot of violence as a child.
Me acuerdo yo también fui testiga de mucha violencia en mi niñez.
And then my mother moved to Venezuela.
Mi mamá se mudó para Venezuela.
Running away from socialism and violence.
Tratando de escapar del socialismo y de la violencia.
And I grew up in Venezuela.
Y yo crecí en Venezuela.
Commitment and determination. And I always say this to people because I get interviewed on television and radio and everybody wants to know what's the secret of my success. Well, the secret of my success is simple. Many people in life fail not for lack of ability of education or intellect, but because they have never organized their energies around a specific goal with determination. So when Sister, what's your name?
Verónica.
Veronica. Okay, Sister Veronica, when she says, you know, I failed to organize myself, basically, she's acknowledging the fact that she's a problem with determination, perhaps, right? So today, you are going to be very honest with yourself through this presentation. I'm not going to ask any raise of hands. I just want you to think, what's your level of determination, and what is your goal, and how serious are you thinking about this goal and applying it.
Hoy hay que ser muy sinceros con sí mismos y pensando si realmente cuál es nuestra meta y cómo estamos, cuáles son nuestras debilidades para poder ya sacar beneficio de esta presentación.
I want you to read the scripture of Acts 20 right next to this thought, and it says, "However, I consider my life worth nothing to me. My only aim is to finish the race and complete the task." This is Paul talking in the book of Acts. And look how he puts down his life. Look how he puts, everything else looks minuscule compared with his determination to achieve his goal. What is his goal here? What is the goal of?
¿Cuál es la meta de Pablo aquí?
What is it?
Finish the race.
Finish the race, which implies what?
And complete.
Get the gospel going, right? And so this guy is wholly committed here, and I love reading this verse because he tells me that he was not playing around, he wasn't fooling around with his job. He was dead serious about his job, to the point that he talks about even saying how insignificant his life is compared to his goal. Now let's talk about failure.
Ahora vamos a hablar sobre el fracaso.
Some of our biggest fears as human beings is failure.
Algunos de nuestros propios, o los miedos más grandes que tenemos como humanos
It's failure.
es de fracasar.
So let's look at some failures that you probably didn't know they were failures.
Ahora vamos a mirar algunos ejemplos de fracasos que quizás ustedes no sabían que eran fracasos.
Michael Jordan, famous player, basketball player. You probably know Michael Jordan. Raise your hand if you know Michael Jordan.
¿Se han
Very
escuchado hablar de
powerful,
Michael Jordan?
very famous American basketball player. Well, when he was in high school, he was playing, and his professor, his teacher, physical education teacher, comes up to him and tells him, "You know what, dude? I don't think you're good for this. I don't think you're cut out for this." He went home and cried all day long.
Cuando él estaba en la secundaria, Michael Jordan, él ni le aceptaron para ser miembro del equipo de básquet ahí en ese tiempo.
And when he went home, he said, "I'm going to be the best
Fue a la
basketball
casa,
player."
lloró mucho y después decidió que él iba a ser el mejor jugador de básquetbol.
And he became the best basketball player in America in the
Y lo logró
Nice.
en los 90s.
The Beatles. How many of you ever heard the music from the Beatles? Okay, we all love the music from the Beatles. They were rejected by not just Decca Recordings. Decca Recording Studios was their biggest goal. But they had been rejected about 12 times before they got the opportunity to become, to present. And even after they presented to Decca, they got rejected.
Muchos rechazaron como docenas de veces antes de que sí por fin lograron conseguir un contrato para ya grabar música.
Steve Jobs starts the Apple company. You all have an Apple phone. He was the founder. He created the company. He grew the company to become a billionaire operation, and he gets fired from his own company.
Y él, Steve Jobs de la empresa de Apple, él le botaron de su propia compañía, Apple.
All right. And then he overcame that, came back, and he died being the Apple CEO with the most outstanding and extraordinary sales in the world, the most powerful company in the world.